Talk to the police if you want to, you will never get a penny from us. 5 years ago, I was hit by a car while riding my bicycle. The driver turned across the front of me, pretty much into me, and I had absolutely nowhere to go. I hit the passenger door of the car, then tumbled over the front of the car, still clipped into my pedals, taking it with me. The car was pretty damaged. I dented the door, scratched the paint in many places, ripped the door mirror off, smashed the glass, cracked the windscreen, windshield, and dented, scratched the bonnet, hood. My bicycle emerged fairly well. I think I broke its fall mostly. The front wheel was bent, the saddle torn, and the pedals bar tape damaged from hitting the road. I broke my collarbone and lost a lot of skin in various places that hit the road. I trashed my helmet and my shorts too. The driver said, "Sorry mate, I did not see you," which was pretty obvious. The car was his daughter's, and he was taking his grandson out for an ice cream. The poor little boy got covered in glass from the door window that exploded inwards when I hit it, but seemed to be okay. The driver gave me his phone number and I took a photo of his driving license and insurance details along with a pile of photos at the scene. I got the details of 2 witnesses too before I passed out from the pain. This all happened on a Friday. I got patched up at the hospital and my partner was able to get my bike home. Because of my broken collarbone, I was in a huge amount of pain while the doctors could figure out if it needed to be pinned or not over the weekend. On the Saturday morning I called the driver and his phone went straight to voicemail. I had taken a good look at my bike and figured out it needed about Cyrillic 350 worth of parts, wheel, forks, saddle, new bar tape etc, and something for my cracked phone screen. I guessed Cyrillic 150. On the message I left him I said that I was not sure if he wanted to pay for the parts or go through his insurance. His daughter called me back and shouted and swore at me for damaging her car. I explained that he has turned across the front of me and it was his poor driving to blame. I mentioned that I was sitting on my sofa with a broken collarbone as a result of him and all I wanted was to get my bike fixed. "You will never get a penny from me. Talk to the police if you want to. We will tell them that it was not my car. You will never get a penny from us." Okay, I can comply with that. I called the local police station and they sent a constable down to see me. I carefully explained what had happened and showed him the photos from the scene, the damage to my bicycle, phone, helmet and shorts, gave him the details of the witness and several cups of tea, and he advised me to get a solicitor on the case too. So I did just that. My bicycle insurance has legal aid cover, so I used it. Long story short, I had 3 surgeries on my shoulder over the next 18 months or so. The insurance details that the driver gave me was fake. The daughter's insurance company did not cover her father as a driver. The driver had 6 points on his license already, but crucially the police found he had insurance with a company that did cover him on her car, but only for third-party cover. He only admitted this when they threatened to charge him with driving without insurance and documentation fraud. The police eventually convicted him and gave him enough points to ban him from driving for a year and fined him Cyrillic 1,500 and costs. The insurance company that he was with was one of these "we only cover really bad drivers," obviously did not pay out for the damage to the car. This was probably another Cyrillic 1,500 or more. The insurance company paid for my bicycle damage, Cyrillic 550 once assessed by a local shop. They also paid for my clothing and helmet, Cyrillic 200, and my phone screen, Cyrillic 180. Then finally the insurance company paid compensation for my injuries and time off etc, Cyrillic 5 digits. I would have been quite happy for them to pay for my initial assessment of my bicycle and phone damage, but as they wanted to make my life difficult, it cost them thousands. Got the driver banned and the resulting compensation was a massive bonus for my savings account. Biking is pretty popular here and I just happened to sit through a presentation by an attorney who specializes in bike accidents. We do not have bike insurance. Instead, people are covered by a mixture of auto and home insurance depending on how they're involved. One of his recommendations was to get lights for your bike. Most drivers would just say they never saw the bike, so anything to increase visibility.